Good afternoon, everybody. Can you all hear me? Or panel, somebody? Good. Okay.
We can hear you.
All right. Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody, and a very warm welcome to our Millpark short-term and insurance information session. It's so wonderful to have you with us as we showcase our programs, our people, and most importantly, our students. So whether you are starting your journey or looking to advance your career, I hope today helps you to see that with Millpark, you are not just studying insurance, but you are actually shaping the future of it. I'm not alone today. I have a panel that you might have seen when you registered, some of them, but I'm just going to give them time to introduce themselves quickly. Charlene, Sinazo, uh, Yashika, then Cornelia.
Good afternoon, students. My name is Charlene Wolmerans, and I am a lecturer at Millpark, more specifically the program oversight for the Advanced Certificate in Short-Term Insurance. So welcome to the session.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sinazo Kozo, and I'm the Program Oversight Manager on the Higher Certificate in Short-Term Insurance. And yes, very warm welcome to you all, and I hope that all the information that we'll be sharing will help you in making the decision to become part of our Millpark family. Thank you.
Thanks, Sinazo. Yashika?
Hi, everybody. My name is Yashika. I am a final year student at Millpark and a full-time employee. Thank you.
Thanks. Cornelia?
Hi, I'm Cornelia. I'm also a final year student at Millpark, and I am full-time employed and currently working at Marsh. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ladies. Where is Lyle? Let's see here.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lau. I'm an account executive at Education in SUA. I'm a Millpark Advanced Certificate in Short-Term alumni. And thank you for having me on the panel. And I hope I can motivate you to study hard this year and complete that certificate.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. All right, let's proceed. So, at Millpark, our purpose is simple, yet it is very powerful. It's to provide trusted, leading learning journeys with high levels of support that are accessible and transformative. So today, like you have heard, you hear more about the qualifications that make up our short-term insurance offering, each one designed to meet you where you are in your professional journey and take you where you want to go. So this is going to be our agenda. We have done the welcome already. I'm going to take you through the accreditation, and then we're going to have our different program oversight managers take you through their different programs. And I'm just realizing I did not introduce myself. My name is Wendy Manuel, and I am a lecturer and the program oversight manager for the BCom in short-term insurance, and I'm so excited to take you through our information session today. Yes, then after our program oversight managers, we're going to have our student voices, the very excited students that you have heard who are going to tell us a little bit more about their journey with Millpark. Okay. So before I hand over to them, I'd like to highlight something exciting. The insurance team at Millpark were recently featured in the October issue of FA News magazine. I'm sharing the the cover now. Yeah, where we shared our vision for the future of short-term insurance education in South Africa. So if you'd like to read more about what we're doing, I encourage you to go have a look at the article. It captures the heart of what makes our programs so unique. So please do read the October edition of the FA News. Okay. And then our programs are designed for the real world. Self-paced, flexible, and fully accessible online. So you can study from anywhere at any time while receiving high levels of academic and administrative support. So you won't have to go into any office or whatever. Everything is completely online. Distance learning, we're calling, I think the change of name is now going to be called immersive online, but that's not a story for today. But yeah, so you can study at your own pace. Uh, of course, you can't really move the exam dates and and the assignments dates, but you can really study at your own pace and yeah, and take advantage of that flexibility that you get while studying online. Okay, all our qualifications are fully accredited and aligned with key industry bodies. For example, the Insurance Institute of South Africa, the Chartered Insurance Institute, and the Institute of Loss Adjusters of Southern Africa. We are also guided by the UN Principles of Sustainable Insurance, ensuring that our teaching integrates ethics, sustainability, and responsible business practices at every level. Now, I'm going to leave time to our program managers to give you more information on their respective qualifications. Nazo?
Thank you, Wendy. Good afternoon again to everyone. So I'll be taking you guys through some information about the higher certificate in short-term insurance. Okay, so the main purpose of this program is really to ensure that our students are equipped with all the knowledge as well as the skills that they need in order to be fully operational and well equipped within the short-term insurance industry, and it is quite specific in the South African context. We also ensure that you guys are competent and are able to provide all the various short-term insurance services, as well as give advice, be it in the personal lines or in the commercial lines insurance. Okay, then who our program is targeted at. So this program is suitable for people who are perhaps entering the short-term insurance industry, and even people that are already in the short-term insurance industry. Perhaps you need a full and you need your full qualification in order to be fit and proper, or to meet those phase fit and proper requirements, as well as if you want to just professionally develop yourself and also get the designation where you can associate yourself with the ISA, the Insurance Institute of South Africa. And there, once you complete this program, you can apply for the designation of a licentiate. And of course, as you continue with the programs, you can, of course, climb up the ladder to an associate, fellow, etc., etc. Okay, then you do also get to qualify, or rather be able to do your 2 extra modules where you can then apply for the designation of Cert CII, which is through the Chartered Insurance Institute. Then also, so it's not only people wanting to enter the short-term insurance industry, but also school leavers. So people coming straight from matric who perhaps want a higher certificate that can assist them to access either a diploma or a degree program, or even school leavers who are interested in joining the short-term insurance industry. Okay, then there are various roles or parts that you can take or work in once you have completed this qualification, and they are not limited to these, but just a few examples. You can be an insurance sales consultant, a broker assistant, a junior underwriter, claims administrator, policy administrator, as well as a risk assistant, specifically in the insurance stream. And like I said, it's not limited to these roles. There are various small roles that you can work in. Okay, then we have the program structure. So how the higher certificate is structured, there are, in order for you to complete the qualification, you will need to complete 6 modules, of which 4 of the modules are compulsory. And then there are 5 electives where you will need to choose 2 of them. Okay, so our compulsory modules would be your personal lines, your commercial lines, legal framework, as well as risk management. Then our electives, then depending on which route you're taking. So for example, if you perhaps are running your own brokerage or you want to start your own brokerage, You can take electives such as business management. If you're more on the underwriting side, you take introduction to underwriting. And if perhaps you're more on the relationship manager side, then you would take relationship management. Okay, then we also have some more specialist insurance, that being your construction and engineering, as well as the marine insurance. So if you're also just specializing in one of those areas, then you would then elect those electives. Okay, so thank you. That is the higher certificate in short-term insurance.
Thanks, Inazo, Charlene.
Right, guys. So the good news is that if you want to enter your advanced certificate and you want to bypass the short-term insurance higher certificate, you can do so by actually doing a bridging course. So it is actually suitable for professionals who has been in the industry for some time and have a or holds a tertiary qualification other than short-term insurance high certificate level 5. So, next slide. Right, for you to enter the bridging course, first of all, you must have at least a minimum of the 4. You must have a valid ID, of course, and then also a copy of your matric certificate or your national certificate or international school leaving certificate with a SAQA equivalent certificate, and then any NQF5 qualification which is not relevant to short-term insurance. And then you must also have completed your regulatory exam 5, so RE5. Right, and then the structure of the bridging course is as follow. So you are going to do 3 subjects for you to be able to start with your advanced certificate, which is your commercial insurance in NKF5, your personal lines, NKF5, and then your risk management, NKF5. They are available in both semesters. Right. Then after you've done your bridging or you've done your long-term insurance, your short-term insurance higher certificate, then you can enter the advanced certificate. And it is actually, this program is aimed at insurance staff working across all sectors of the industry. And it is a logical progression from the higher certificate into the advanced certificate. The program is an in-depth understanding of insurance practices, terms of technical subject matter, and application skills. Okay, right. And then who should actually enroll for this? People that are employed and who wants to enhance their knowledge of speciality within the short-term insurance products and who have completed a relevant short-term insurance NQF5 or alternatively going via the bridging. Also, people who are employed in a management position in the short-term insurance industry, and then also a person in the insurance industry operating in the underwriting and claims department of an insurer. Okay. And then what positions can you fill? First of all, underwriting, short-term insurance, an insurance broker or a client relationship consultant, a claims consultant, a technical insurance support specialist, and then also for management, including team leaders in insurance operations. Okay. Right. For you to complete the advanced certificate, you have to do 4 compulsory modules, and they are the short-term insurance environment, the risk management 6 or 2, your liability insurance, and then your commercial property and business interruption insurance. And all of these subjects are actually are offered in both semesters. And then you have to choose 2 electives. So you can choose either motor insurance, reinsurance, commercial underwriting, management and leadership, or marketing management practices. The motor insurance is only available in semester 1, and then your reinsurance and commercial underwriting is available in semester 2, and then the other 2 subjects are available in both semesters. Okay. Thank you, guys, and I'll hand back to Wendy.
Hey,
Okay.
thank you so much, Shadeen. Okay, so then over to the Bachelor of Commerce, majoring in short-term insurance. The BCom degree really equips you with knowledge of a wide range of products, products including specialist offerings in the short-term insurance industry. You understand things like regulation, the claims process, underwriting, risk management, and reinsurance. So this combined understanding enables ethical and professional decision making based on industry specific scenarios. The BCom provides you with a solid educational foundation in the commerce industry as a whole, covering key areas like business management, your accounting, your economics, your general BCom subjects. It is designed to impart partial practical competence and knowledge base for students entering the labor market for pursuing further studies. Okay. So who should enroll for the BCom? So the program is suitable for people who really want a strong foundation in business principles. The additional modules allow candidates to acquire detailed knowledge of the key principles, rules, and theories that underpin the short-term insurance industry. So, for example, you do like economics, right? So you then get to understand the runnings of an insurance industry as a whole, how it plays in the market, and all of that. The play with the demand and supply. Yeah. And then anyone who wants to apply for the designation of a fellow awarded by the Insurance Institute of South Africa, once you qualify, once you complete your BCom, you can apply and you qualify to be a fellow of the Insurance Institute of South Africa, which is the highest designation that the Insurance Institute of South Africa actually offers. Okay. And then what can you then do when you have the BCom degree? You can get into spaces and take up positions like technical underwriter. You can be a claims manager. You can be a business development manager, insurance broker, risk engineer, key individual. I mean, the BCom in short-term insurance really is a strong qualification that equips you for the more technical insurance roles that you would find in the insurance industry. Okay. And then here is the program structure. So all the modules are compulsory. Just really making sure that you are well equipped with everything. A well thought through program that takes you through subjects like foundations to business studies, introduction to business management, mathematics, digital skills, financial reporting, macro and microeconomics, financial reporting, law of business, and personal lines insurance in your first year. Now, I know these are a lot of subjects. You don't have to do all of them in 1 year. The BCom degree, you can complete it in 3 years, but you have up to a maximum of 9 years to complete it. So you can, pace yourself and give yourself a target that I want to complete in 3 years, 4 or 5, depending on your work-life balance, which you might not have much of actually when you start studying. And then in your year two, you have business management, you have financial accounting, then you have COLI, commercial lines, short-term insurance environment, and commercial underwriting. Then in year three, which is where Yashika and Cornelia are, you get to do strategy and foresight, leadership and organizational dynamics, applied business, capstone, commercial property and business interruption 7, reinsurance, and of course your specialist insurance products. Very, very exciting program. Well, let me not get into that. Yashika and the students will give us their honest opinion, not just me trying to sell it to you. Okay. All right. So I could really spend the next hour telling you about how proud I am of our team and our programs. But the real reason that you are here today is not to hear from us, right? Because all we do is sell, 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 sell. But from the people who make all of this come alive, which is our students. They'll share their stories, their challenges and successes. They will be real with you, right? And you get to see how Millpark has helped them grow both personally and professionally. Okay. So the students have already introduced themselves, but I'm just going to, ask them questions. Yeah, and they will let us know. Okay. So yeah, my first question goes to Lyle. How has your perception of the insurance field changed since you started studying it?
Thank you, Winnie, for giving me the floor. So when I first
Sure.
started in the insurance industry, I worked at a call center. So I did only like basic customer service. But when I started my higher certificate, advanced certificate, it really opened up to the industry, especially with subjects like risk management and underwriting. And it elevated me from being in a call center, working in a more operational role as an account executive. So it really helped me grow in the industry as well, and also grow my understanding of the insurance industry, to say there's more to the insurance industry than selling policy or being on a call center like we know the insurance industry.
Yeah, no, I totally get it because usually when you join the insurance industry, it's either you are going call center or menial jobs that if you don't intentionally expand your knowledge, your view of the insurance industry will be limited to what you are actually exposed to. Thank you
Mm.
so much for that, Lyle. Um, Yashika, how would you describe your experience studying insurance online at Mopark?
Yeah, thank you for the question, and thank you for allowing us to be on the panel. And yes, I'm most grateful. So I can describe it. It is stressful, very, very stressful, but I must say it was very seamless and easy. There was lots of support and guidance from Molpark. The content, I must add, was well assimilated, very easy to read. As I said, that I do work full time. So juggling between work and studies is not easy. I
Yeah.
think one must prioritize and make time. But the different options I think provided by Millpark made it easy for me to choose ahead of time, what suited me, whether it was a distant learning or distant online. So I was given those opportunities. And also the portal was so easy to navigate and completely user friendly. So everything was on the portal. And as of lately, I also noticed the support, I think, and especially during this last stretch, um, the lecturers literally held our hand through the finish line. And I quite enjoyed that. And I must say, it has been very, 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 the work pile. So I just had to make sure that I had to, get things done. Yeah, so I think, so I think today we wrote our last paper, so I'm going to sleep the weekend. So yes, so thank you very much. The support has been encouraging, and there's lots of participation, especially on the questions that you ask during the modules in terms of your understanding. And I think that for me, because sometimes you don't understand something and then you get on a
Mhm.
call. That was also very easy, I must say, because if I didn't understand something, I always just booked a time with my lecturer, and it was easily done that way. So yes, thank you for that.
Thank you, Ashika. I'm guessing the exam went well. That's why you are sleeping well tonight. Same question to you, Cornelia. How would you describe your experience studying insurance online at Mopark?
Thank you, Wendy, for this opportunity, and thank you for having me. Being full-time employed, the option to study online has provided me with flexibility to learn at my own convenience. Also, maintain a balanced work life and professional life, especially that it allows you time, in my own capacity to play with my dogs and to spend quality time with my family. And also, the support structure is quite amazing. at Mole Park. With the click of a button, you have access to lecturers, you have access to the tutor forum, which is extremely helpful, especially during the exam process. And like my predecessor just mentioned now, I mean, that last few weeks has been amazing, the support we've had at Mole Park. We've had sessions continuously, almost every week, just to guide us through the exam process and to assist us, with technical queries and technical questions. So that type of support you don't find anywhere, and Mole Park is brilliant at that. And I'm very impressed with them. It's been a wonderful journey.
Oh, yeah, I'm blushing. I'm blushing. I'm blushing. Lyle, thank you, Cornelia. Lyle, what aspects of your qualification have been most valuable to you so far?
So the most I think is risk management. So the subject risk management too. It really opened and broadened my perspective when it comes to handling risk. So in that subject, we delve deep into risk management, how to help the clients, how to help the insurer, and also from our understanding from an insurer point of view, what is expected from us. Like in insurance, a big part of our business is being responsible for our clients' risk. So having that education actually improved my understanding with the client as well, and also attracted more clients in my business. So if you really want to level up in this industry, I will really recommend that you take one of those as your elective, as a risk management to an advanced certificate course.
Oh, level up. I was just start singing, level up, level up. But yeah, I'm glad, like, MILPA qualifications are enabling you to level up, Lyle. Um, what kind of support, academic, administrative, or emotional, has stood out to you during your studies, Cornelia? Then Yashika, same question.
Okay. When I started my academic journey at Mole Park, there was a specific student administrator, I can't remember her name, I do apologize,
No
who
problem.
assisted me with the administration and registration process during the first 2 years. While I'm sure the support was not mandatory, but she insisted on helping me every year with the registration process. Whenever she saw my name on the list, she would phone me and she would say, "Hi, I see you've enrolled for this next module. Welcome, congratulations on passing your previous module. How can I assist you with at your next level?" And she was so courteous and always helpful. And I think for the first 2 years, she made my life so much easier. She always stepped in to help me. Even when I have queries, she would constantly be at the forefront to assist me with my queries. And it was a very seamless process, especially with registration and enrollment. And even with any queries that you might have, you press of a button, you go to the help desk, your queries are there, you note it, and somebody comes back to you immediately, one of the assistants, and your query is resolved almost within the next 24 hours. You know you will have an answer to your query. So I've had very good response from Milpark in terms of, the help desk as well.
Oh, thank you so much, Yashika.
Mhm.
Thank you. Yeah, I think for me, beside the administrative support, as I said, the portal was very easy to navigate. All the lectures are on the live at Milpark. So, if I had missed a lecture because I was traveling or couldn't make a meeting, then, I'd play it. And then what's nice is that you can actually make notes from that. So that from, an academic point of view, very, very helpful. And then I also mentioned that there were times where I could book a session with my lecturer, and I must say it was the support that I got from that was invaluable. But I mean, for me, it was the interactiveness in the sessions, and I must say, you got such a diverse set of lecturers, but also ones that listen. They understand your problem. They understand if you have a complex, if you're not understanding something. They break it down so wonderfully and easy. And they don't get upset. They've got a lot of patience. And I've experienced that. And I think that's also helped me through this very, very stressful time as well. But it's very rewarding. Thanks.
We get upset behind the scenes. Switch off the camera.
Well, you hold it
Just
very
kidding.
well then.
We hold it very well. We hold it very well. Yeah, I would like to hear also Lyle's response to that same question. What kind of support really stood out for you during your studies?
I think the online portal is like someone that likes being online. I think the online portal being having access to your tutor and also your fellow students as well, especially when you're doing exams, where you can just pop in a question and the question gets answered the same day. That's actually a very, very good way of interacting. Also, you can also see what other students are also struggling with as well, and you can also read. So a lot of times we are shy to ask the questions, or maybe we think we're dumb, and then we actually realize that a lot of other people also struggle with the same question as well. So the online portal was a very, very powerful tool for getting through the semester. Like you mean, like my previous speakers mentioned as well, that the online portal is just amazing to use. I mean, with other universities or other institutions, you need to email. But if you want to access the workbook, it's online. If you want to access your lecture, it's online. So that is really, really, really a powerful tool, especially for us that has an 8 till 5 or 8 till 6, where you can't maybe during working hours contact the lecturer or send an email or call. So if you really are a distant learner, I will really say that that is the most powerful tool that you can use for your success.
Hmm. I actually love that tutor forum. That's what you're referring to, because
Mm,
not only the lecturer can respond to you, right? Even your fellow
mm,
students, if they sit and they have the answer for you, or they want to add on to the question, they can do that, and becomes collaborative
mm.
learning. Yeah, I really do enjoy that as well. Okay. Cornelia, how have you been able to apply what you are learning to your workplace or professional context? Have you used some reinsurance placement somewhere? What have you been able to use so far in your professional journey?
Wendy, I must say the courses that I've completed thus far at Milpark over the years, it's definitely broadened my perspective on in my professional career. I have recently actually learned that, to engage confidently in discussions with various insurance topics because of the modules that I've done previously. I can discuss various types of specialities and products, in the industry. And I've gained so much over the few years, and I'm very proud myself and to make informed decisions, regarding the subjects that I've covered. But what I've done recently, actually, I came across a very complex policy, and I do remember the cake that stood out for me. It was the reinsurance subject, and all I remember was this cake, and one layer on top of the other layer, and I'm like, okay, wait a minute, which layer is this? Where am I now? Which layer comes over this layer, and what does this mean? And I said, and eventually the penny dropped, and I'm like, okay, no, I remember this. This is how you apply this, and I could actually interpret the actual wording and the structure of that policy. And for me, it was a wow moment, because I'm actually applying what I studied, and I said to myself, oh, thank you, I'm doing it. So, and I really am applying, especially the specialist type of products that I've studied in, the other modules. Charlene was part of that and very integrate part of it. And I could say that I could speak, confidently with my colleagues, when they brought matters up, and I'm like, okay, yes, I could contribute. And I felt very proud of myself and proud of being part of this institute.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, when I said reinsurance, I was joking, right? Then you went and gave a reinsurance example. But thank you. Yashika, then Lyle, same question. What have you been
Okay.
able to apply? Yeah.
Yeah. For me, Wendy, I think as a manager in commercial short-term insurance space, my BCom studies have significantly enhanced, I think, the ability to apply concepts directly to the real world. Because, we read about it, but we're actually applying it. such as your risk management, your insurance law, that was a big one, and underwriting principles. And, advanced insurance products. Shalin, you've been great in the way you've, come across with that subject. It's helped me deepen my understanding also of, regulatory frameworks. That's so important, and client risks. And also, for example, on the TCF, treating customers fairly, it helped us really redefine the way we work and the structures that we put in place. So I must say, it's exposed me to a whole lot, but then I had a point of reference to work from. So that was good. And then, there's so much other things like, cyber security, cyber insurance, and because that's where we're going now, in the world with digital transformation. But overall, my studies just helped me reinforce the technical knowledge and also helped me empower and contribute strategically to my teams. So that's a good one for me. And I think Lyle also said it. It's not becoming a broker or working in the sales is not just about selling anymore. It's about really just understanding risk and applying it, and sitting in front of your client who doesn't really know about this risk, and you have to break it down into such granular level that he understands it in the simplest of ways. Yeah, thank you.
I am glad clients are also enjoying the impact of no park education through you guys. Yes, Lyle.
Thank you for giving the floor again, Wendy. So I will like to just start with like what the previous speaker also said as well. When it comes to our clientele, obviously we're delivering a service. If you understand my journey, 4 years ago I started in a call center. And today I'm writing up premiums plus minus 50, 60,000 Rand worth of premiums from the commercial space. So having the education from what Milpark provided is to understand the client and the client's risk, and also engaging, giving the client more technical knowledge as well, because in this in insurance industry, there's not a lot of understanding of risk online. You can Google risk, you won't get it. There's no YouTube video like other platforms or other educational platforms, but just dealing with commercial risk as a subject, dealing with risk management as a subject really gave me the type of value that I can give to my clients as well. And that gave me success in my career. So like I said previously, if you really want to level up, take this course. If you see yourself as a powerhouse in the next 10 to 20 years, I will really, really emphasize study hard, study through Milpark.
Thanks, Lyle. Yeah, maybe let's start with you, Lyle, again. Then we go to Yashika. Then we go to Cornelia. Same question. What advice would you give someone considering studying insurance?
I think time management is very important. With Milpark, in a high certificate and advanced certificate, I liked when you guys gave us a framework of what to study per week as well. So dealing with the 8 to 5 or 8 to 6, and also having a family on as well, and also being involved in different aspects of my life as well, it really gave me a better way of studying. So I struggle with time management. And you guys actually provided, and also the test and assignments and exams are really nice and spaced out as well. So if you do like for example a semester block, everything, they at least give you a week or 2 weeks to study. The test is well spaced out, the exam is well spaced out, the assignment is spaced out as well. So if you study, just be vigilant, just have proper time management. Don't be like me.
Time management. Thank you. Yashika?
Okay, I think that's me. I think, thank you for the question. It's, to all students stepping into a world of insurance, I think, first of all, congratulations on choosing a profession that is not only rewarding, but also impactful. Insurance is not just about, policies and premiums anymore. It's about protecting people, protecting their businesses, and understanding the concepts that you are actually talking about. And I think Milpark offers that on a very, very wide scale. And especially, in South Africa, where the climate is changing, there's challenges in digital transformation. It's just about building trust and resilience. I think for one is, if I had to give students a blank page to say, okay, how do you want to show up? I think stay curious. The industry is ever evolving. And it's nice to see that Milk Park has kept up, even their material is up to date. And then, be ethical and empathetic, but be, and I think Lyle said it, time management is so important. And then think long term. What is it that you want to achieve long term? So, and again, I think it's all lessons for us. I've been given an opportunity to study. I never had the opportunity to study because it was just go, go, go. And it doesn't matter for you, for me, what age you're at. Do it. Just have that little bit of that step to have a broader understanding of the industry. It's such a lovely industry to be in, and make it personal. It doesn't matter, make the time to put in the studies. I do have a little bit of regret that sometimes I've left things a little too late, but life happens. But then if you got to apply discipline to where you're at. No pain, no gain. So yeah, but
Yes.
it's rewarding. Thank you.
Rewarding, rewarding. Stay curious, Yashika said. Cornelia?
Thanks, Wendy. Like Yashika said, I also started my studies quite late in life. This was an opportunity presented to me, and I grabbed it with both hands. What I can say to the fellow students or those who are wishing to start at Milpark, first, you couldn't have asked for a better institute. I know that they will guide you through your journey step by step. But the one thing I would say that helped me tremendously is the study plan. Use the study plan. I can recommend that because that's very helpful. It sets out a nice plan for you, a program for you, especially if, like Lau said, you're not good with time management. It's very structured. So if you follow your study plan, you will definitely get to the end of your course, of your module, and you'll be able to pass your tests, your online tests. You'll be able to do your assignments and prepare for your final exams as well. What I found is that it's so important is begin your assignments and exam preparations early,
Early.
early, please, to minimize unnecessary stress that comes with that. And also don't hesitate to seek out advice, the lecturers, the fellow students, the tutor forum. They can be valuable, support system for you. The online or the distant learning demands dedication, that's one thing. And you need to be self-disciplined. So maintain a constant study routine, very important. And also make sure you take regular breaks. You
Mm.
cannot study for 3-4 hours on end. Your brain is going to turn into mush. So take regular study breaks, and your commitment and effort will ultimately lead to wonderful rewards. Um, Most importantly, like all the lecturers always tell us, remember to have fun.
Yes. Most definitely. Most definitely. Dedication and self-discipline there from Cornelia. Guys, if you have questions, I'm seeing questions in the chat, and I see Lynn and Sinazo are doing the things in there, answering the questions. So, yeah, thank you. If you do have any question, please do type it in the chat. Yeah, there are people answering those questions. Okay. Oh yeah, if you would like your mic enabled, please do raise your hand. You would like to ask questions specifically to the students. I'm joking. Anybody, anybody on the panel, we are here to answer your questions. Okay. Um, yeah, it seems like you guys are all saying good things about Mopak. Now you're giving the feeling that maybe we we bought you guys, but but we did no such thing. We did no such thing. This is your real authentic Mopak experience, and I'm glad it's positive things coming out. Yeah, next question. If you had to describe your journey at Mopak in one word, or let's say three, what would it be and why? Now, here you can say, yeah, it was tragic. I'm joking. You say your how really your journey was. Lyle, Yashika, Cornelia.
So, like I mentioned, I think I will use the word elevation. So, with a Milpark on my CV, with the education I grant that Milpark gave me, it really elevated my career. So that is, if I needed to describe it in a simple terms.
Elevation. Okay.
Okay, for me, I think it's if I had to describe it in one word, it's a new perspective on leadership, risk management, regulatory frameworks, and they take a complex idea and then make it simple. So they take that stress out. I think we are the ones that put a lot of stress on ourselves, but then that's natural. But for me, I think if I had to describe it, I think I've just got a new perspective. Thank you.
Okay. Cornelia.
I would say transformative. Through my studies with Milpark, I've gained deeper understanding and increased confidence and enhanced expertise, especially now in my new role where I'm at the moment with Marsh. I have developed stronger analytical skills, enabling me to be a valuable member of our team. And I've learned to solve complex problems more effectively, which is good. My self-assurance in both abilities and ideas have grown significantly, I must admit. And I've also improved my communication skills, expressing myself more clearly. Through the Milpark modules that I've studied, especially the general management has given me this amazing self-confidence, and the exposure to diverse perspectives and cultures has broadened my view. And furthermore, the resilience I've cultivated in overcoming challenges and setbacks during my studies has positively impacted my personal life as well.
Okay. What I'm hearing is a holistic impact, not just education. I got a qualification, but really impacted all various areas of life. And I am glad. Before I move on to the next question, there's a hand. Can't see, I just see there's a hand.
It is Mabatu. I hope my mic is enabled.
Yes.
I just want to say, sorry, hi everyone.
Hi.
To Tandile, I know you already replied to the question that I had in the chat about recognition of prior learning, but some of the requirements like the motivational letter and all sorts, if I just wanted to be purely based on previous qualifications, so I've studied up to NQF 6, if I just wanted based on prior qualifications, do I still have to do the motivational from myself, from my manager, and how it impacts my work? And then I also just wanted to find out, because I'm a little bit competitive, at the AIE, they did awards for some of the learners that did their qualification through Milpark. Is that something that you specifically have to be applied to be considered for, or is it just a random draw that's done for all the students that are on that course in that year? And that's all she wrote. Thank you.
Okay. Snazzle.
Wendy, I think the BCom RPL one, you'll be,
Oh,
let's say,
was
equipped
the
to
BCom.
respond to that. Yes, but I do think it is all those requirements that you need. So you still need to write the motivational letter and everything that's included in those requirements. But Wendy can elaborate on that. Then the AIE, it is the top student. So it's a top student. So it's not a random draw. I think it's the top 3 students that then get recognized at the AIE.
Yeah, you don't have to apply. If you are the
No.
top student, you are the top student.
Mm.
Just by you enrolling into the qualification, you are part of the draw, if you really want to think of it like that. Yes. And as for the RPL, for the BCom, like what Sinazo had said, you need all of these things that have been listed. You still need the support letter. You still need, yeah, everything that's listed here. Okay, is there any other question in the chat? All right. Last question for everyone now. This is for the entire panel, including the lecturers. We start with Charlene, Sinazo, Yashika, Cornelia, then Lyle. Okay. What message would you like to share with the new students starting their insurance journey?
Sure, you are putting me on the spot, but I actually just want to say that first of all, if we enroll you into a qualification, it's because Milpark believes in you. We believe that you can do it. You do qualify to do it, so you will be able to do it, right? That's the first thing. The other thing is the best method of studying, and I know my fellow um, lecturers are going to start smiling now, but I always say it is BOS, and that stands for bum on seat. You need to spend time with your material. You need to make sure that if it says 25 credits, that you spend at least 250 hours on your studies for that subject. Then you will be successful. So, yes, that's my message to you guys. Anybody can do it. We can all read, we can all write. We are able to do it. You can. You can even go up to your postgrad. It's just putting effort in.
Yeah,
Okay.
bum to chair, as Charlene says. Snazo.
I would say I think one of the panel members also said this is get started. So don't put it off or shy away or think of your age or anything that could stop you. The key thing is to just get started. You won't know what's to come if you don't put yourself out there. So it's very important that you put yourself out there. And very importantly, when you do get started, commit. Make sure that you commit to the journey that you've embarked on. So yeah.
Thanks, Snazo.
I think thank you again. So, like I said, congratulations on taking the step. I think it's a very powerful message I have is that we sort of we say that there's unemployment. You learn this in your economics. We understand what drives unemployment, and that is that if you look at a skills gap, the skills gap is huge, and this affords us that bridge. This opportunity of learning affords us that bridge to bridge that gap. Then you can walk into jobs. I mean, you bring your passion, you bring your skills, you bring all of the knowns into that job, and then we are closing that gap. And South Africa it's a beautiful country, and if we can get that level of our skills gap sorted, what a beautiful time it is. So I wanted to also take that opportunity to say thank you to Milpark. I know, it seems like we're advocating for Milpark, but I mean, your processes are great. We're still to see how the results plan out. But I mean, yes, take the time, guys. You're in a fortunate situation to be studying. Don't waste it. Take it with both arms and go all the way in. Thanks.
Thanks, Yashika.
From my side, I must just say this journey has taught me so much about myself and my capabilities as an individual. And to the new students, I can just say to you, jump in, take this opportunity, do the best that you can. Nothing is impossible. The only thing that's impossible if you haven't even tried. So try. Even if it looks impossible for you, you just cannot grasp it. Try, reach out, ask for help, and you will overcome these little hurdles. There will be a few of them in the road, believe you me. There's quite a few, but believe me, you will get there. Just do not be afraid to ask for help. That is what I've learned with Milpark, was the support is quite amazing. And if I can do it, believe you me, with someone that's had some challenges, health challenges, I've had to take a year off for health reasons, and I had to get back on the horse. So with that, I decided to continue and give it all I have. So if I can do that, so can you. Never doubt yourself, believe in yourself, and you will be successful.
Mm.
Thanks, Cornelia. Before Lyle comes in, I'm just going to ask Charlene and Sinazo to just go through. If there are any questions, then we'll address them at the end. Yes, thank you. Lyle?
Okay, my message for everyone is believe in yourself. Cornelia touched on it. There's a lot of, how can I say, pressure But as you can see as well, you're already if you're already in the course, or if you accepted in the course, you're already enough. You already have the knowledge, you already have the experience. As you can see, there's a vigorous process of getting into the course. So if you accept it, believe in yourself, you can do it no matter what. There is a huge support system. If you can't get a support system enough from a tutor, belong to the WhatsApp groups, network with the fellow students. And if you do that with time management, with getting a bum on the seat, you will definitely pass Mopak. You will even get distinctions as well. So believe in yourself, everyone.
Thank you so much, Lyle. And from me, you know, I just want to say, if you want to be taken seriously, if you really are taking the insurance industry seriously, get a qualification in that industry. I know most people, you just find yourself in insurance one way or the other. You were just hired by a broker here, there. However, you got in here. I know most people didn't choose insurance, but insurance chose them. But once insurance chooses you, please choose insurance back and get a qualification that actually cements your place in the industry and earns you respect and earns you really trust and acknowledgement from people in the insurance industry. Yeah, I am different. I studied insurance before I actually went into the industry. Can you believe it? Straight from matric to Wits to study a BCom in insurance. That's a story that not many people can claim. But if I really had to redo it again, I would study while working, because I had light bulb moments now when I was working in insurance of things that I had studied. But when you're doing it and you're actually working, then it makes sense immediately. For me, it made sense 4 years later. But for you guys, if you're already working, it makes sense immediately. And I think that is something that you can't really trade for anything. Charlene, Sinazo, do we have anything that we need to address?
No.
Wendy, Mati's been doing quite well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Mati's helping us.
Mati's been tackling them, but there's one that from Lebogang, I think one of the BCom students can assist. Lebogang says she's just been accepted to study the BCom, and while it's a 3-year program with up to 9 years to complete, her goal is to finish within the prescribed time. So she works full time. She's a mom of 2. So she's really curious, is there anyone else in a similar situation who's taking all the subjects? How are you finding it, and how are you managing to balance everything? I think you guys did touch on that, but maybe just just a brief, maybe not exactly the same situation, but just brief advice to
Like your experience, your timeline. How long did it take you, Cornelia and Diachika, the BCom?
Hi there, to the student. I'm in my 3rd year, so it's the final year. Like I mentioned earlier, I had to take a year off. So basically, this is my 4th year. Had I not had to take the year off, it would be my 3rd year. The process for me was quite seamless. What I did was I divided each semester into, the amount of modules, and I tried to keep it in that format. So I would actually literally tick off each module as I went along. And I would stick within that year. Say, for instance, you had 10 modules. In that year, my aim was to complete that 10 modules. And I would have a roster on my wall, and I would write out all my online test dates, my exam dates, my assignment dates, and I would study accordingly. And I must reiterate, use your study plan, because that has helped me tremendously. So work out a roster study plan with your study plan, keep it visible, and you will be able to do it within your time frame. I'm also working full time. I have a family. I have 2 dogs. So lots of responsibility, but like I said, believe you me, you have the capability. It's possible for you to do this. You just need to have a little bit of self-discipline, and it's possible.
Yeah. So you basically did it in the minimum 3 years. Yashika?
Yeah, I think ditto to what Cornelia said. For me, you got to have reminders everywhere. I even have reminders on my phone when assignments are due, or even 2 days before that. But you got to do work every single day. And I'm talking from experience, not because I followed it, because you do get lazy, guys. I mean, and then you sit there, and you writing exams, and you're sitting till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And especially if now you've got children, it's not ideal. It's really not ideal, because then your stress levels go up, everything starts falling apart. You got to pace yourself. I know in the interest of time, but I just want to leave you with this: is that start early, make sure, as Cornelia says, have a plan. The study plan works, and put it into your diaries, your work diary, your personal diaries, and have little post-it notes if you have to, just to remind yourself.
Have
Thanks.
reminders for everything. So Yashika, did it also take you? Is this also your third
Yes.
year?
Well, I'm going into my fourth year, because I also had challenges, but it's
Okay.
final year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Charlene.
Yeah, if I can just quickly add on as well, and if you do fail any subject, just get back on the horse, go redo it. It's not the end of the world. You can just go back and go do it, but do it as soon as possible after, so the important thing is to get back onto the horse. That's the important thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, before you forget what you actually grasped before. Yes. But thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much to our students who really made this session, I think, actually worth it to our attendees. Mati, I see a hand up. You can unmute, Mati.
Hi, sorry, I see you say bye and I'm answering Katleho. Hi, everyone. Katleho, I will just answer by saying something. He want to know, can you register? How many modules can you register? I will advise to register 2 per semester because you are working. 3 will be too much. It's my advice for me. If you register 6, 2, you will complete the qualification soon. Don't take too much information, or you can register 2 at the first semester when you start, and then on the second semester, when you feel you got this, you can do this and add more than starting with many modules at the beginning. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Mati. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Enjoy your evening. Have a good evening. Bye.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everyone.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye
Okay, everyone. Have a
bye.
good evening. Bye.
Have a good evening.